Hello and welcome to the trade setup. In this video we are looking at Chewy. This was a stock analysis request from one of the followers, and I'm mentioning this because I want to remind you all that anyone can make these requests and I will most likely cover them, especially if there is an actionable trade setup to follow. Now, in the case of this chart, I am rather bearish. Here we have formed from the all-time high to the downside what could really be counted as either a 5-wave move or a 3-wave move, but this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be a simple ABC. Now, that doesn't really matter too much. We are going to track a resistance area for either case, and the resistance starts from around the $32 level up to the $76.5 level. Now, this 8.6% retracement is actually quite significant resistance. It is backed up by structural resistance, and we also have some structural resistance in this area, but the idea is there is a significant risk that we could head back even lower to new all-time lows. And not only that, to the upside, we don't even have a 3-wave move so far. Now, that isn't bad. It rather suggests that we should still continue to track higher, but we need to be careful. There is nothing that could rule out this being a CHWY pattern that is complete, and yeah, we could fail even from now. It is maybe a little bit more probable that this could be developing something like an ABC pattern, even within a correction that would be held by this resistance and produce another low. And let's start doing some labels here, and for this I would be tracking in the orange interpretation an ABC pattern to the downside, and to the upside I could really see this developing into something more bullish. Then this would be a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and now we could be within the third wave, but this movement that is developing currently is certainly not the third wave itself. This would have to be a wave 1 that is developing within the third wave. Now, I am fine counting this initial movement as a 5-wave move. It looks acceptable, to be honest, and also based on the RSI. And here to the upside within this third wave, I am looking to form another 5-wave move and look then for an additional 1-2 setup that could allow an entry for the idea of a follow-up third wave. Now, we still have a lot of work, in my opinion, to still do before we can even consider this movement in an additional wave 1 complete. It would need to be a 5-wave move though, and in this case, let's make this a micro, and I would say that this third wave could still be ongoing. Technically it could have completed here, and this could be the wave 4, but I would like to continue tracking also the idea that we could still be within this third wave, because we didn't yet reach the ideal extension level for a wave 3. Now, that overlaps perfectly with the 61.8% retracement of the resistance, so it makes sense that once we get there we would get some sort of a rejection. Now, so far we even held the support zone for a possible wave 3 complete here. It would be, let's see, down to the 61.8% retracement. We did hold that, so that technically works. We just didn't reach the ideal extension for the wave 3. And in the idea that we are tracking here an ABC pattern still within the wave 3, I could allow. So keep in mind, the 61.8% retracement, the $33 level, would be invalidation of the idea of this being the third wave complete. And the wave B within an ABC pattern where the third wave still extends would allow the retracement to go a little lower, down to the 78.6% level at the $30 price. So technically both still work for now, but depending on how this structure develops to the upside, we can determine if this is a wave C or the fifth wave to the upside. Now, within the wave C, we would expect to develop a 5-wave move. We actually need to develop a 5-wave move to consider it a wave C. And instead, if this is a wave 5, I would really be looking for an ABC pattern to develop instead a 3-wave move. And considering that this is the count that is occurring where we are looking for a wave C to the upside, I would eye the target at the 100% extension for a wave C at the $63 level. Now, so far, the structure actually looks quite nice in this movement to the upside, and I can see this working out, and maybe we even have already a wave 1 to the upside. And in this case, I would be looking to find support in the area between the $39.5 down to the $35.8 level at a 78.6% retracement. A break below this level would rather shift the probabilities to the idea that, okay, maybe this isn't working out, we may form another low, and a break below this current wave B low that we have here would be an invalidation for this 1-2 setup that we are tracking here. And let's even add a count for this idea. So yeah, if you are interested and we get to the support zone, this may actually be quite decent for an entry. I might add, even if this doesn't work out as a 5-wave move in the wave C, you can still enter in a wave 2 and secure some profits within the 3rd wave, and then maybe just move the stop loss where you are comfortable, and yeah, have still a little profits even if you get stopped out within that what is left of the position. But for now, these are the levels. This is the trade setup. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, don't forget to subscribe and let me know what else you want me to cover, and I'll do my best to do that in the days and weeks ahead. And until then, I hope you have a nice day, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.